Hey guys, so today we are going to be doing a full set on these nails. I literally have to do them from scratch, so I have already removed my nail polish. I have filed my nails. I just need to prep my nails. Well, that's part of prepping, but I need to grab, so what do I need to grab? My lights, and I think that's all that I need, so I'll be right back. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen, but there has been like this crazy thing all over YouTube. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what gel brush I'm going to use today. And what is it called? Milk. Okay, so sorry guys. I'm trying to do something and I'm trying to think and I'm trying to do too many things at once. Oops, sorry about that. So I don't know if you guys have seen, but I've seen, excuse me, all over YouTube there has been like this huge kind of milk bath fad. I don't know, it's like a milk bath design. And so I've had these flowers for quite a while and I wanted to see if I could, because there's like little individual little petals there. Some of them I really don't have much, but I wanted to see what I could work with this and see if I wanted to do kind of make my own kind of milk bath nail. But then I kind of felt like I wanted to do a clear nail today and use these stiletto tips from BU. The Dramatic High Profile Arc with a high C curve. And I haven't really used these, but just to give you kind of a closer view of what they look like. I don't know if you can see that, but you see that arc? Here, guys. Can you see that? Do you see that now? I really don't know if you guys can tell, but it's a beautiful tip, and that's what I'm going to be using. So I kind of felt like I wanted to do kind of a clear flower nail, I was thinking too, so I'm not really sure. And I haven't watched enough of those kind of milk bath. I just seen like quick videos of them, but I haven't watched like a full length one to see like really how people are doing it. I have an idea of kind of how it doesn't seem very difficult, so I might do a nail like that. I'm not sure, and maybe like the rest will be clear, and maybe I'll do a milk bath or whatever, I don't even know if that's the name for the nail, but anyways, this is a very long process for me, so we're going to get on to it. So I'm going to kind of clear my area of things that I don't really need for the moment. I'm going to need my brush. I'm going to need I kind of use a dotting tool sometimes to get around the cuticle. I need my nail file. I don't need it at the moment, so I can put that aside. I can put the nail art to the side. I'm going to need my see, this is the thing. I can't wear really long nails like this, so I don't think I'm going to need my tip cutter because I could just file away what I don't want instead of cutting it, because then you're messing with the shape. So we'll see. Let me get these tips on. So the glue that I'm using is this glue right here. And guys, this is very important for you to start, but you need to size your fingers, or your finger. You need to size your tips to your fingers. Sorry, is what I'm trying to say. So that is what I'm going to do, and I will be right back. I was also thinking of maybe doing some stamping too. Am I going to be able to finish this video or finish a full set in this video for you guys? I'm not really sure. I'm just attempting it. Probably not a full set, maybe one hand, possibly. These nail tips are actually really big, so I'm not going to do it on camera because it might take me a while, so I'll just be right back. But I'm going to do a number 2 for my thumb so far. I think I'm going to do a number 4. I'm not really sure. I'll be right back. Okay, so far for the thumbs, we have a 2. For the middle and ring finger, middle and ring finger, we have a 5. We have a, what is this? A 9. We have a 9 for the pointer finger. And now I just have to size up my pinky, which is pretty easy. All right. So we are going to be using a number 8 for our pinky. So there we have my nail tips all fit to my fingers, and we are ready to apply the glue and apply my nail tips. This might not be the way that you do your nails. This is just the way that I do my nails, and I am no professional nail technician at all. I just love doing my nails at home. Okay, so like I said before, I have already filed my nails. What I am going to do is I am going to just gently buff my nails. So I'm going to gently buff all my nails, and I'll be right back. You want to make sure that you are getting around the cuticle area well, but not hitting your cuticle. And I'm also going in one direction, if you can tell. I'm not going back and forth. It might seem like I am because I'm going so fast, but I am going in one direction. Grabbed another buffer. That one was terrible. Alright, so I'm going to finish this process on my other hand, and I will be right back with you. The buffer was terrible. It was like breaking apart. The reason why I am doing this, if you're wondering, is because I want to remove the shininess from my nails, because the nail tips will not adhere to your nails, or the gel won't even adhere to your nails if your natural nail doesn't have anything to, it's almost like if you're just going to like paint a car, you know, there needs to be several layers, and each layer needs to stick to each other, so you need a good bond. So you don't want to beat your natural nails up too much. You just want to make it a little rough so that our nail tips will adhere. Yeah, I can't with this buffer. I need to grab me my good ones. I was just trying to use my cheaper ones just to be quick because it was next to me. But guys, when I go to change my nail polish on my toes, I will be using these, and I probably will do a polish change video. So if you'd like to see that and that's something that you are interested in, please stay tuned for that. Alright, I had to grab me my orange blocks here. I have not even used these Super Nail orange nail blocks. There's 126 count in here. I believe I got it from Amazon. I think. I'm just going to grab me one out of here. Oh my god, it's so small. So, look, sorry, I had to squeeze it out of my packaging to get it out. Alright, so this one can get out of here. Much better. This one has just a little bit of a harsher grip, so that's why you just want to stay away from your skin and not do this too much. As you can see, I'm doing it just a little on each nail. With those other buffers, I don't feel like I was getting a good buff, and you can tell with the grit on here, that it's a good buffer. So I kind of go in a round, kind of like circle like that around the nail, okay? I definitely recommend these Super Orange nail blocks because they're absolutely amazing and you get so many for, I'm pretty sure I didn't pay too much for those. I don't remember how much I paid for them, but if you are using a new glue, you are going to want to hold on to that real quick. You are going to want to poke a hole in the top because you need to nope. I don't like that one, so I'm gonna grab me another number 2. I don't like the placement on that nail, so I just quickly took it off before the glue dried. So now I gotta go back and buff that nail again because I got a little bit of glue and you don't want that on there. Whoop. So I like clear nail tips, but I think sometimes I kind of like the natural because the natural they're not as thin, and the clear tends to, which is good, tends to stick easier, you know, when you apply the glue. Also, this glue dries really quickly. I'm just pressing down the sides of my nails to make sure that the ends stick. That you want to make sure of. Because if you're going to get any lifting, you're going to get lifting from there because you didn't make sure that your tip was adhered down to your nail correctly. Sometimes people add more glue when they're done if they have any pockets. So I will do that afterwards. I'll check. As you want to make sure that your fingers are as straight as possible and you are putting on those tips as straight as possible. I like to pay attention to my finger. This finger's a little crooked, always has been like that. So this one I have these 2 pointers. I always have to like position the tip a little bit different so that my nail actually comes out straight. But if you don't have crooked fingers, then you don't have to worry about that. But if you have beautifully straight fingers, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. But I like to pay attention to my finger. So my finger, the way that it grows, I like to pay attention to that, and then I will line up my nail tip that way. So that's just a little tip for you guys. Okay, so another nail tip went wrong. I just buffed it out. Just going to remove the dust. And we're going to keep going. All right. So, I'm going to put the top on this glue. Sometimes I don't screw the glue completely down because sometimes it gets stuck for me. So sometimes I won't even screw it down completely. But we have our tips on. What I'm going to do is I am going to make sure that there are no pockets and put glue if I need to, and then I'll be right back. All right, so with my buffer, I'm going to want to get rid of the glue and also try as best as I can to, we don't really have to do too much because this tip is really thin. So all you want to do is try and blend your natural nail, and don't go too much on your natural nail. Right now I'm on the tip. So I'm blending the tip with my natural nail, just kind of going in circular motions. And I don't really want to touch my natural nail because we already buffed it enough. So what you're doing is you're blending the natural tip in with your nail so you don't have a line. I'm going to do that to all nails and I'll be right back. You don't want to leave any glue or anything on your natural nail because that will not let anything else stick. So you want to make sure that your natural nail bed is clear of that, as you can see that. Can you see that right there? So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so this is how I do my nails, and your nails should look something like this. Just so you can see the shape of the nail. That's how they are. Alright, so I have gently buffed my nails. We're now going to take a nail file and we are going to, this is how I do it. This is not how you have to do it, but I take my nail file and I am going to get right in here to shape up, okay? And the nail file is used because I was using it before on my nails. And it's okay because I'm only doing my nails. Really, I'm just shaping the side walls. And see how I have the nail file right up against the nail. I'm not like this. I'm going in the direction that the nail is. So I'm going to do that for every nail and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I got to figure out something to do with this length. Because I cannot have them these long for my job. They're far, far, far too long. But if I go ahead and clip them with my tip cutter, it's going to cut. It's going to cut it and it's going to mess with the shape of the nail. And it's also going to kind of give it a square shape and I don't want that. So I think I'm just going to file until I get to the length that I want. Okay, so what I have decided is I'm definitely not for my job going to be able to wear them this long and this shape. They're far too pointy. Although if I was going to a club or like to a beach or, you know, an outing, I would definitely attempt to have them this long. But you can tell the length, I really brought it down a lot. And I don't know if I want that shape or I do want to bring it back into that stiletto shape. I have to be careful because these specific tips are like a specific shape and they kind of are rounded around, so I have to like work with it. This is not an easy tip to deal with unless you were wearing them that long and you didn't have to deal with them at all. But yeah, okay, so I formed them into more of the original shape. Not exactly, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try to have them this long. If it doesn't work out, I'll have to, you know, come back to my table and make them a little bit shorter. I'll be able to tell. Tomorrow's going to be really busy at work, so that'll be a good way for me to figure out if they're too long or not, I guess. So just quickly, you can tell the difference between this shape and this shape. They're both different shapes. And I think I kind of want to go for this shape on this side instead of that stiletto shape. I'm going to go for like more of a tapered square. So I'm going to keep going. So the way that I shape is I really pay attention to literally my skin on both sides of my finger, how my finger grows, and that's, I pay attention to my cuticle, and that is how I shape my nail. It's just a couple tips. Because sometimes you might have a nail that is a little crooked, and to be able to fix it, you need to pay attention to the way that your finger grows. That's just how I do it. As another trick is you never want to have your nail tip. Do you see how my nail tip is going to? You never want to do that. You want to hold on to your nail and your nail tip and file that way. Hey guys, so I thought maybe that I could Obviously, my prep takes much longer than what I thought, but this is not going to be me doing even one hand. Whoa, it's very windy outside. Is it raining? Whoa. I'm not going to be able to do even one hand with you guys. I'm definitely probably just going to show you my prep. And that'll be about it until my prep up until I apply my base coat. Sorry, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, guys, that's what's gonna happen. This is a prep. This is how I prep my nails for gel application. I have to grab me another file. I always have difficulty, excuse me, with pinky because it is the smallest, probably the thinnest too. See, now I'm like, okay, well, I never want the middle finger to be shorter than any of the other ones. I always want the middle finger to be longer because, I don't know about you, but my middle finger is longer than any of my other fingers. So the middle finger for me is always going to be longest. I never want my pinky to be longer than any of the rest because your pinky should be the smallest one. And then that leaves me these two here. I got to shape this one a little bit more. But these two I kind of battle with sometimes. Normally I want them to kind of be the same length. They're just not the same shape right now, as you can see, because I got to work on this one a little bit more. I still have to do my thumb. And then when my thumb is probably going to be the longest, actually. My thumb will probably be the longest, and then my middle will probably be the second. Because I always like my thumb a little bit longer than the rest. So we are going to make that happen. I normally file my nails when I'm, these 4 fingers, when I'm doing them on myself, I will file them this way. When I do my thumb, I'll have it like this, and I'll hold on to my thumb like this, and that's how I will shape my thumb. And then, oop, the same for the other side. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to continue to shape my thumb. So see how I'm holding onto it with my other finger on the other side, and then when I switch to the other side, I'll hold it just like that. I also turn my finger or my thumb around like this and file this way too, because I want to make sure that from this angle it looks the same as it does from this angle. For some reason, sometimes it just doesn't look the same. So sometimes I like to use my file and kind of see if it's straight. For me, I've got to go a little bit on this side. Okay, so guys, yes, I do have a dust collector. It is actually right next to me. I do not normally use it. I know I probably should. I have not done this hand. I still got to work with my thumb. Like I said, we are just going to be doing my left hand today in prep. Maybe in the future I will be able to, when I can figure out my time management, how I can actually do a whole hand. I think my prep should be one video, then a gel application, excuse me, should be a different video. That's just how I want to do it, because I cannot do all of it in one video. It's just way too much, and it takes me a really long time, guys. It depends. For a fill, it might take me like a half an hour, 45 minutes, you know. But like for a whole set, it definitely will take me like 2 hours, guys. Or longer. Sometimes, you know, when I first started, it used to take me a long time to do my own nails. I mean, it still does. So that is what we have for the shape as of right now. That's what we have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that all of my shape is correct, right? I got myself a little bit there, but that's okay. I tend to heal very quickly. I'm just going to buff in the corners of my thumb real quick. It's still a little high there. And what I am going to do is you don't want any of this shine here for when you put your glue on, because your glue is not going to, excuse me, your glue, your gel. Your gel's not going to want to stick to that shiny stuff. So you got to buff that away. But do not buff it away too much. Guys, no, you're not ruining your nails. You will ruin it if you buff it too much, because then you're going to make your tip too thin. Okay? Don't make it too thin. So gently buff the top. And literally you just want to make like scratches. You know? Like that's it. Like look at the difference. That's all you want to do. That's it. Nothing more. You see I'm literally just scratching the surface? That's what you want to do to the rest of your nails. You don't want any shiny. No shine, because the gel will not adhere. Your acrylic might. I don't know too much about acrylic, but I don't know if that really matters. Do you have to take out the shine too for acrylic to adhere? I'm not sure. I kind of wanted to see if I could. I've seen a couple of people do this. See if they can install, or see if I can install my dust collector into my table. The type of dust collector that I have is kind of the one that sits on top, so I don't think that would be able to do that one. But if I get another one where it just has that flat metal top, and we can, underneath, we can cut, obviously have to cut a hole in the table, insert the dust collector so it lays flat, and then underneath you will have to change out your bag and stuff like that. But I was thinking about that. Anyways, guys, so here we have our nail tips ready to go. Nicely prepped and shaped and filed. The next step would be to add our primers. Since I will be using a gel, I'm going to be using this gel primer. Make sure that all of our dust is gone away. Normally I'd do both hands at the same time, but because I want to start this hand for you guys, I'm going to have to finish this hand and then do this hand off camera, obviously. But I wanted to match my toes with my nails, so I am going to be using this Elite really bright pink, neon pink color, and this holographic by Clavas. Not to like have my toes on blast, but this is my toes right now, and I did make a video about it. You can see my nails are already growing, and I am going to have to do a fill probably in about a week or something. So this gel primer stinks though. So I'm just going to take a drop. Don't let it get on your skin. We are just going to apply it to the natural nail. No need to apply it to the nail tip. I mean, if you want to, I guess you can. You might get better adhesion. I don't normally do that. I normally just add it to my natural nail just like that, and then that's it. So you would do that to both hands. I didn't use a dehydrator because I didn't think that I needed it. So that's why I didn't use it. But we are ready for our base coat. So I'm going to apply the base coat with you, and then that will be it for this video. The base coat that I'm going to be using today is just this little mini gelish foundation. I've had it for a really long time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumb and right before my cuticle, not on my cuticle, but right before my cuticle, I'm going to take my gel and I'm just going to apply a really thin layer of base coat all throughout the nail. Okay, guys? Don't mind my thumb. That still needs to get done. I'm sorry. So that is it. And so you're going to do all 5 fingers, and we're going to go in the lamp, and I'll be right back. All right, 30 seconds in the LED light. All right, so here is our base coat, and you really want to make sure that you apply that thinly and evenly. And that is going to be a wrap for our nail prep video to prepare for our gel application. That is just how I do it. Again, I am no professional at all. I just love doing my nails at home. I do aspire to be a nail technician someday. But this is how I do my nails at home. They are still incredibly long. Not as long as these. Look at the difference. I still have to do this hand. I will do this hand off camera. But thank you so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below. Also hit that notification bell. Why is that such a hard word to say? Notification bell, so you can be notified every time I make a video. So you guys, all right. I can't do my outro. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I make a video so you guys don't miss it. Also hit that thumbs up so, that'll let me know what videos you like so that I can make more of them. Hopefully I will be able to make more videos like this. I just thought this was a little bit different and I wanted to share how I prepped my nails for gel application. So thank you so much for watching and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.